Looking at the quadratic formula, your quadratic formula is x equals opposite b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2 times a. Yay! You knew I couldn't resist singing that to you guys. So go ahead and sing that song in your head while we're working on this. First things first, when you're looking at a quadratic, you need to make sure that it is equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, you are not picking out your correct a's, b's, and c's. Your a is always the leading coefficient of your x squared term. So in this case, our a is equal to 1. Your b value is always the leading coefficient of your x term. And your c value is always your constant. So once you have your a, b, and c picked out, we can then plug it into that quadratic formula. It says x equals opposite b. B is currently 5, so the opposite of that would be negative 5, plus or minus square root of, in parentheses, b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a. When you plug that 5 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 14 into your calculator, that's called your discriminant. When we figure out what that is, it comes out to be a 25 minus a negative 56 all over 2, which then we're going to simplify that 25 minus negative 56, and that simplifies down to be 81. So right now we have negative 5 plus or minus square root of 81 all over 2. We know what the square root of negative 81 is. We know what the square root of 81 is. So we can simplify square root of 81 to be 9. So I have negative 5 plus or minus 9 all over 2. So we can split that up, negative 5 plus 9 all over 2, and negative 5 minus 9 all over 2. And we get an answer of 2 or negative 7. And these are the answers to your quadratic equation. Remember what these answers describe? These answers are your intercepts. They are your roots. They are your zeros. Quadratic equation is just one of your tools in your toolbox in order for you to figure out where these solutions, these roots, these zeros, these intercepts are.